Hey, it's Chris Jenkins, credentialed member of the media, covering the Carolina Panthers for Charlotte Vibe, aka Man of the People. Why? Because I love working for Carolina Panther fans. So if you have a question for me, player or coach, just please leave it now or leave it in a comment below, and I will do my absolute best to get that question answered for you. So today, Thursday, September the 22nd. Yeah, I'm looking at the calendar. Got one more day of practice before we get ready for the New Orleans Saints on Sunday. But let's go ahead and go over the some updates for you today for Thursday. All right, first and foremost, happy birthday to my youngest, Cyrus. Today is his first birthday. I know it's not a perfect crop or anything like that, but happy birthday to you. Love you very much, and the rest of the family as well. But let's go ahead and go over some things for the Carolina Panthers. Let's first go over the what do you want to do first? Let's go over the injury report for the Carolina Panthers, and a few changes since yesterday. So Dante Jackson, he was limited in practice today again with that hamstring injury. We had Christian McCaffrey, which had some soreness. He was limited in practice today. That was not yesterday. Was a scheduled break. Today was not a scheduled break, so he was limited in practice today due to the soreness. Now, Christian today, and speaking with the media, jokes said, "Hey, man, I think if I went to the bathroom during practice, that'd make the injury report." He said, "I'm okay, I'm fine." But I understand his saying that, not wanting to be asked about any kind of injury when he's been plagued. But, soreness, stiffness, and being limited, that's something different. And, hey, you still have to hope and that Christian's able to be healthy. And, he doesn't have to play all 17 games, but we really, really need him to be healthy for most of the games, 12, 14, something like that. And then there's been a move that they've made in that running back room that I'm going to go over in a second, which may still be related to saying, let's be cautious about Christian, give him rest when we need to, but let's also make sure that we need to, prepare for if Christian cannot make it. But nevertheless, let's continue to go through just a few more guys on this injury report. Frankie Luvo, he was limited in practice today with his shoulder. And then Stanley Thomas Oliver, he was limited in practice today with his Achilles. So those are your injury updates. All these players, again, normally I have it listed on the screen. Since I don't, I'm going to read it one more time. Dante Jackson, Christian McCaffrey, Frankie Luvo, Stanley Thomas Oliver were all limited in practice today. So let's go over the signing, which was part of the title. The pipeline for Carolina Panthers and the Buffalo Bills continues. All right, it continues. So today, Carolina Panthers signed from the Buffalo Bills practice squad running back Raheem Blackshear. So he signed off their practice squad. He's a rookie. Last year in college for the Hokies, he had 25 catches, 249 yards. He had 757 yards rushing, giving him a total, if you add it all together, just a little over 1,000 yards for scrimmage. So he is now part of this 53-man roster, and you got to wonder, hey, is Chuba's job in danger? What could be happening there? Because Chuba has been inconsistent with his hands ever since he's been a Carolina Panther. Chuba had a fumble on a kickoff return, which is related to your hands. And then next thing you know, we have this guy, Raheem, now on our team. I like it. Continue to try to make this team better. Every single week, every single day if you can, do things to make this team better. So we're doing it, and I appreciate it. Now, had a chance to, in terms of speaking with the media today, we had on Thursdays we get the coordinators. Phil Snow, our defensive coordinator, he talked about how this team has been, he's happy with their progress so far on the defensive side. They're not giving up any long balls, and he feels like that's going to be challenged this week. He knows it's going to happen at some point where teams are going to try to beat them vertically and challenge them. Feels like this Saints team is probably going to be a team that goes to dial it up, trying to beat the Carolina Panthers vertically. So got to watch that hamstring with Dante Jackson, with J.C. Horn, Xavier Woods, Chen. Those guys are going to be on the lookout for the Jameis Winston of the Saints challenging them vertically, so they're ready for that. And also, they need to get more turnovers. That's the biggest disappointment with him on this defense so far, is the lack of turnovers. Something that has been emphasized in training camp, something that when I talked to Coach Wilkes about, they talked about. They got to get some turnovers, and they have not had any so far through the first 2 games of the season. So says a little bit of that is just being patient, having an opportunity. But he would like to see these guys attempting to punch the ball out just a little bit more to try to force that turnover to happen, and to say this thing is one of those things that seemingly when you get 1, you'll start to get 2, and things will start to snowball and pick up. Would be a great time to do it this weekend versus the New Orleans Saints and Jameis Winston, as he has been a turnover-prone guy. That's what landed him in New Orleans. He was turning the ball over way too many times in Tampa. So we'll wait and see, but you can guarantee you that I will be there Sunday reporting to you. So stay locked here. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. Please consider subscribing. And if you already subscribed, hit the like button. It really helps me continue to have players and coaches on the show. Yesterday, you saw I had Ikem Ekwonu, our first-round draft pick. I'm going to continue to be in the locker room and get more interviews for you all and answer questions, all right? Next up, Ben McAdoo, offensive coordinator. Ben, he talked about these third down conversions, which we are just not doing a good job of converting our third downs. So I'm going to give me just a moment and play a little clip in response to Ben McAdoo and this third down offense, all right? Give me just a second. Come on, computer. Play the video, play the video.
Obviously we need to convert at a higher rate to stay on the field. That's something that we spent some time already working on this week, and we're going to keep throwing effort at it. We're still in the middle figuring out who we are on offense, and third down is a big part of it. Job putting guys in positions to make plays. And it was a rough night last week, a rough afternoon last week, but we learned from it and we'll grow from it.
Talking about learning who you are, I mean, Matt mentioned earlier in the week wanting to get more receivers involved in the mix. Is that just about the flow of the game and figuring out guys and where you want to put them?
Yeah, we worked a lot of guys in this week. We need to do a better job during the course of the game getting them in there, and that starts with me. And we certainly have a lot of trust in our players, not just the 3 that we've been throwing out there for the most part, but we're looking to get more attempts at the plate, converting on third down, staying on the field a little bit. But we have trust in our guys. We give them a chance to go out there and make.
All right, so there's Ben McAdoo saying, hey, well, where are the third downs? We've been working on it. I don't know what you do to work on that. I would have liked to have been able to dig a little bit deeper, because working on it means what? You're just going over different plays for third down situations. You're going over different personnel for third down situations. What are you doing specifically to work on that? And I apologize, I wasn't there today to ask Ben that question, but he says we got to work on it, and takes the blame for saying we need to get more wide receivers in here. So, one thing is we saw in week 1 where Ben did not get the ball to Christian McCaffrey that much. Second week, he picked that up. And now this week, getting more than 3 wide receivers out there. Again, I don't feel like that's just the bottom line. Hey, get more receivers out there when you're not getting significant production from the ones that are out there. And I think some of that has to do with your quarterback and your offensive line, a combination of the two. So having different wide receivers out there doesn't matter if he doesn't have time to throw the ball. It doesn't matter if Baker Mayfield's going to overthrow him. Who's out there? You need to get better protection, and you need to get more accuracy in your throwing. So though those things were said, which is to me the right things to say, we need to see better execution from Baker Mayfield on his throwing and offensive line on their blocking, and calls to just work with what is working for your team and what is not working for your team to put them in a good opportunity to succeed. All right. That's your Carolina Panthers report for today, Thursday, September the 22nd. I will continue to bring you updates tomorrow. Usually one of our shorter videos, as we just have injury updates to report. So I will be doing that and taking all of your questions, all right? Got to get out here a little bit quicker than usual because of the birthday. Again, this little guy right here, sorry for the crop picture, my newest addition to my family. He's 1 year old, his birthday today, so I got to go celebrate that. So all the comments that I didn't get to, I promise, look for your emails to see that I've responded to those comments by tomorrow. I promise. Hey, thanks everybody for the support. Thanks everybody for subscribing, and I'll see you again shortly.